Hello and welcome to another opportunity to raise your vibration, to reach a higher level of consciousness, and of course, to manifest your dream life. And the topic of today's episode is warning. Do not share your law of attraction knowledge. And in case you say right now, oh my god, I can't share it with anyone. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that warning, do not share your law of attraction knowledge with people who are not ready for it. And the reason why I decided to record this for you is because I have a very amazing coaching client who allowed me to share this quick story with you. Of course, I don't want to share any personal details about her. All I can say is that she now booked 2 Skype coaching sessions with me, or let's say she has booked them and we already had them. That's the right grammar, I think. I'm still German and not a native speaker, so please excuse my English. So yes, she had booked 2 Skype coaching sessions with me. And she had this problem that one of her family members was traumatized, or let's say had some trauma to deal with. And she was then listening to my podcast. She was also doing meditations from Dr. Joe Dispenza, and she was all in, and she was like, yeah, I can raise my vibration. Oh, I feel better. I healed my trauma. I no longer have the anxiety that I had before. So I can now help this person too. And that's when it happened. She tried to, I don't want to use the word force it on this person, but she tried to help that person with her best intention, with an open heart, and with the willingness to go all in and to help this person to realize the truth. However, this person was not ready for the truth. And it lowered her vibration. In fact, it made her physically sick because, it was just a stressor in her life. It was a really bad stressor in her life. Until I then shared in the coaching session with her that, and that is the truth, I have a very similar experience in my social circle where I try to help somebody to awaken, to finally waken up, but this person is not ready. And that's why I wanted to share this episode for you. I want you to know that sharing the law of attraction, or let's say sharing your knowledge about the law of attraction, your experience, is great if you share it with people who are ready for it. And in order to share it with people who are ready for it, if you are on that vibration, if you're on the vibration of love, if you're on the vibration of joy, if you're vibrating at the vibration of gratitude, these people will automatically come into your life. You don't have to do anything for them to show up. And that's also something that I realized on my journey. I mean, when I started the Affirmation to Manifestation podcast, and I shared this multiple times, I didn't even want to do it. I just got these downloads and messages from the universe to finally share what I know. And I said to myself, I don't want to do it. I have other businesses. I will lose out on money if I actually start Affirmation to Manifestation, because I then have to dedicate my time to it. And I don't have that time because, like I said, I have multiple other businesses. And that's why also I didn't do any promotion for Affirmation to Manifestation when I started out. Nothing, zero. No ads, no interview requests, nothing. I just published what I knew to be the truth. And the people were coming. In fact, people were emailing me if they can interview me on their podcast, or if they can be interviewed on my podcast, without me doing anything. And the same will happen in your life. I don't mean that you have to start a podcast now, but when it comes to you sharing what you know, these people will come to you. I mean, just recently I was in the train and the person next to me was talking to me about how her sister had cancer and she's looking into all kinds of different healing methodologies. And I then told her that I was just on a Dr. Joe Dispenza week-long advanced retreat, that there are people who are healing with cancer and maybe she should check it out. And that's the conversation I had with her. And I don't know if the sister does it or not, or what's happening there, but I know that this conversation was guided from the universe. And that's why it's so important for you to realize you don't have to walk up to people and share this knowledge with them, especially not when they're not ready. The people who want to hear it from you, they will show up. They will show up in your life. I mean, just recently I had a conversation with a friend who I hadn't talked to in 5 years. And we then came to this topic. And it happened naturally. In no sentence did I ever say, yeah, I have this podcast and, I believe in the law of attraction. You might want to check it out. No. I didn't do any of that. It happened naturally, organically. because you have to remember that you are not a missionary. You are a creator. You create your reality, and by creating your reality, you also create a reality where people who are vibrating on the same level, aka people who believe in the law of attraction and who are deliberate creators, come into your life. And also people who are not quite there yet, but who want to reach this level. And they will then ask you for guidance. They will ask you questions, and you will meet somebody completely randomly in a bar, and you talk about something and they mention, oh, I have this friend and he watched this, and then whatever, maybe they mention my podcast, maybe they mention Dr. Joe Dispenza, maybe Abraham Hicks. No matter what it is, it will happen. I can guarantee you that. And the most important thing that you have to realize on this journey, and I know that this hurts, especially if in your social circle or even closer in your family, you have somebody who's suffering. You have somebody who's mentally suffering, emotionally, maybe because of a sickness, and you know the answers. You know it, but they are not ready for it. They might be ready at some point. But right now, and this is exactly what happened to my coaching client, and you have to be very careful with that. And that's also why I titled this episode, Warning, do not share your law of attraction knowledge. Be careful with that. They might, and now you have to listen carefully because that's very important for your journey. They might use what you share with them as a reason to reaffirm and to confirm their own misery. And I know this to be true because I was once like that. And now you might be saying, yeah, that's hard to imagine, but in fact it's true. When my spiritual mentor, and I know my spiritual mentor who's also a family member since I'm 18 or about 16, I think she came into my life when I was about 16, 17, and then we had the first real contact, when I was about 18, I would say. And back then I was at a very, very, very low vibration. Throughout all my 20s and teenage years, I was self-destructive, I was self-hating, I was resentful, and back then, I used the things that she shared with me with best intentions. She shared them with me with best intentions. I used it to confirm my own misery. As soon as I heard about the law of attraction and the universe, I said, guess what I said? Oh, the universe is such a cruel place. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in this position. Oh, this always happens to me. That's karma. Oh God, no, why? And that's what I did. And that's what so many other people do. And that's what also happened to my coaching client. She shared this knowledge with a smile on her face and an open heart to this person. And then this person used it to the exact opposite of what my coaching client intended, to reaffirm and confirm their own misery. And in this situation, when this person is close to you, of course, you just want to shake them and say, don't you see it? Why do you actually say now A even though I told you B? Don't you see what I told you? Don't you get it? It's so simple. Why are you doing this? And I can tell you why they're doing this. And I say this with the biggest love in my heart and empathy because I've been in this position. They say this because of something that Dr. Joe Dispenza always says in his workshops, and that's simply true. You can only believe and surrender to a thought that is equal to your frequency, that is equal to the vibration that you're at. I say it again, you can only believe and surrender to a thought that is equal to your vibration and to your emotional state, to your frequency. Otherwise, you will simply not believe it, and you will do everything to reaffirm your own beliefs. And yes, this can be painful if this person is close to you. And yes, it can be even more painful if, for example, in a family situation, you are constantly surrounded by this person and this person is negatively affecting your vibration and your happiness. And that's why it's also important to choose your environment wisely and to not hang on to the past or to somebody who was once a vibrational match in the past, just because you say, oh, I've been with this person for 20 years, or, oh, we know each other since high school. Oh, I mean, if you stay there, then, well, you will stay there because you are always the average of the people you spend the most time with. That's why choosing your environment is so, so important. So yes, it is important. However, trying to change others, even if it's in their own best interest and even if it would be good for them, if it's somebody who's not ready for it, will mess up your own vibration, your own creation, or at least you're at risk of messing up your own vibration and your own creation. That's why it's so important that you deliberately share your knowledge about the law of attraction with people who are either deliberate creators or who are ready to become deliberate creators. But if you share it with somebody who's stuck deep in the trauma response, in the trauma emotions, it will get you nowhere. And I know this from my own experience. I tried it in the past and I almost went crazy because I thought I want to shake this person and say, don't you see it? Why don't you change? And the most frustrating thing is when they then say, oh yeah, I finally get it. I finally get it. Yeah. I will change. Tomorrow, everything will change. And the next day you see them and it's the exact same thing again. And that's why you always have to keep in mind, everybody on this planet is on their own unique spiritual journey, no matter if they are aware of it or if they are unaware, no matter if they already made the jump to becoming a deliberate creator or if they're creating completely randomly. Everybody is on their own unique journey. You have to respect that. Otherwise, you will only mess up your own vibration. You will only mess up your own creation. And you as a deliberate creator have this incredible power to create. And that's also what motivated me and inspired me to create the 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program for you. And in this program, you learn everything about mastering the law of attraction, your power as a deliberate creator. You learn how to deal with negative and positive contrast and how to use contrast to raise your vibration even higher and to reach the next level on your spiritual journey. You also learn how to master your emotions and your emotional state and how you can use meditation, visualization, and visual meditation to manifest your dream life. And each lesson contains a lecture, practical exercises, and hypnosis. And if you want to find out more about this program, you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/11days or click on the first link in the description. And if you want to get instant access to the Money Manifestation Magnet program, which I created for everyone who wants to manifest more money, and it's a 6-week guided meditation program, then you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/money or click on the second link in the description. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.